In today's video, strut tower bar. I'm going to be putting on this strut tower bar. I can't give you a brand. This is El Cheapo off eBay. My main purpose for this bar is to, whenever I eventually get harnesses for the racing seats, to have a mounting point for them to go into, because the seat belts are mounted to the doors. So I can't exactly use those mounting points for a harness bar to go across. And now I could fabricate something else, but everything I've read online says that this is good, this is fine. It meets the required angles for harness seat belts. So yeah, I'm gonna go with it, and I don't know how it's gonna go. These covers seem like they take a pretty good bit to get off. So I'm going to get started. So the trunk is completely gutted now. It was a lot easier than I expected. Pretty much just found nuts to unbolt and just kept going with it. There's only tabs in a couple of spots. I think there's two that go from the plate behind the taillight that connect to this cover right here. There's a couple tabs in that side, and then from this cover to that smaller one that goes up here, there are maybe one or two tabs right there. But I didn't have to pull really hard on anything. So yeah, if you're having to tug really hard, then you're doing it wrong. But that's all done, and I am ready to throw the sway bar in. For these brackets, what I did was there was a little bit of wiggle room, just because the holes aren't the exact diameter of that screw that you have to put them through. So there was a little bit of wiggle room, and what I tried to do was just line up the screw as centered in the hole as I possibly could, and then just held it while I tightened it down. But yeah, that's both of the mounts, and now I'm just going to mock up the actual bar between them and just make sure that it has good fitment. My next part is going to be the challenging part, because basically what I want to do is where the tops of those strut towers are, behind this cover, I pretty much want to cut a hole in the cover, wherever that is. I'll find the spot and measure it and everything. But I want to cut a hole in that cover so that this can all be hidden and the bar just comes clean through and across. Now I'm not sure how difficult that is going to be. I've seen a couple of pictures of people doing it, so I know it is possible, but it's just going to be a matter of putting it in place and marking it, pulling it off, trying to cut just small increments at a time and get it as close as I possibly can, and then that'll be good. But yeah, so right now I'm going to kind of backtrack and put some of the interior pieces back in so that I can find the spot where those mounts come through on this cover. Alright, I finished cutting the holes out and it's not too bad. It's a little hacked just because a couple of lines of pulling on the razor that I was using just pulled off from the main square, but it fits really well and it doesn't look bad at all. I just used a normal razor to do it, so if you're doing this, be careful, definitely. But yeah, so now all there is left to do is put back in all of these interior pieces and everything, and that'll be a job well done. But I'm about to take a break because Chelsea got me some pizza, so I'm gonna go eat and then I'll come back and finish this. Alright, so I got the interior all back together and I like how it looks. Really good. Fits pretty well. You can see a lot better how it got a little scratchy on the edges, but that's okay. I'm not bothered by it. Functionality is what I'm most concerned about. So, but this thing is pretty. I mean, for a cheap eBay strut bar, this thing is pretty good. I think it's gonna do a good job at keeping the car stable and be a good mounting point for some harnesses. Only concern with the harnesses is there's a pretty big gap between the seats and this brace, but if the harnesses aren't long enough, then I can always come up with some sort of mount to attach here and like an arm that extends out or something to better mount those, so I'll make it work. That's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys like it. I hope it helped, and hit that thumbs up, comment down below any questions or anything about the process. I didn't film me actually cutting the pieces because it took so long and it was really hard, and I was just back and forth lining it up and going back that it was just really hard to film it. So but you see the aftermath, so just set it down and you can kind of guess where you'll need to be. But that's it, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.